Alright everyone, Voodoo51292, and this may be a little kind of different than what you're used to seeing, but basically what I'm going to be doing for the next hour, maybe couple of hours, is doing something that I'd like, and I'm probably going to wind up doing, at least for the next couple of years. And that is basically my last final exam is tomorrow afternoon, and I will be leaving to go home for the winter holidays tomorrow, which means basically that I need to pack up my apartment, kind of clean up, and kind of get ready to go as much as I can for tomorrow. And basically, the point of this is that this gives me an opportunity to kind of just talk to you guys a little bit one-on-one, just kind of chat casually in a way that I don't really get to do very often, you know, when it comes to my videos and things, because I don't like to make them very long, you know, if I can help it. But what the hell? But basically, this is going to be kind of just a video of, not too interesting visually, obviously, because, you know, what am I doing except just folding clothes and picking up around here, but it's going to be kind of a video for people who just want to chill out. Oh, excuse me. And kind of listen to me talk for a little bit, and it also gives me something to do so I don't get horrendously bored while I'm doing this. But I'm just going to take this opportunity to just kind of chat and talk about, you know, the channel, how things are going, you know, how it's been over the past year, because really I have, you know, about a month and a half left until I hit my, you know, 1-year channel anniversary. And so, you know, just talk a little bit about how it's been going, what am I thinking about for the future, you know, how do I think everything has been going, and, you know, talk a little bit more in depth than just a channel, talk a little bit about, you know, personal wise and everything, how this last semester is going, because it's been very difficult for me, and really for me and all my friends. Most people I know, this was a difficult past few months, and you know, just kind of talk about life and just see where we go. I'm sure the conversation will go in a bunch of different directions, but I think it'll be good. So basically, you know, starting off with the channel, how has it been for the past year, and how have I enjoyed it? What are the things that, you know, I've enjoyed about it, things I've learned about it, and where do I see it going? And this is probably a lot of stuff I'll probably talk about in January when I hit my, you know, my 1-year anniversary. But, you know, so far, it's been a whole lot of fun. And I've learned a ton of stuff by doing the channel, and not just, you know, not just necessarily about the games, but you know, I've actually learned a lot about not just the games, but the gaming culture. Surprisingly, I've actually learned a good deal about people by doing this, the way that they conduct themselves on the internet, and I've kind of learned the way that, you know, kind of this whole internet thing works, you know, as far as trying to get out there and trying to get your name out there. And, you know, surprisingly, there's a lot of moral ambiguity, you know, when you come to doing stuff like this. 'Cause some people, you know, have very strict policies about what they're willing to do to get their name out there. Some other people just don't care. They don't have any self-esteem, you know what I mean? They'll whore themselves out in order to, you know, in order just to get popular and just to get views. And I'm one of those people that, you know, really kind of has a code as far as what I'm willing to do, you know, to promote myself, to get my name out there. But, you know, as you know, I haven't really done anything this year necessarily to whore myself out for views or try to take advantage of somebody for views. And, you know, I take a good amount of pride in the fact that I don't do that, whereas I know a lot of people do. But, you know, I did a couple of things this year to maybe get my name out there and stuff, but really everything I did was kind of had dual purpose, you know what I mean? Like, I never really did anything for the sole purpose of getting views, you know what I mean? And the things I'm kind of talking about are, you know, things like when I played earlier this year with the Aerie Lord for multiplayer, for Black Ops. At that time, like I've said in the past, we were both small channels. I mean, he had more subscribers than I did, but it wasn't like he had maybe, you know, 150 or something like that. That was before, you know, he met DSP and before, you know, DSP put him on his channel and people, you know, went to his site or went to his, you know, were able to find his page, and now he's getting a steady, you know, stream of subscribers, and he has somewhere probably around 1,200 by this point. But, you know, I played with him, but the point of that was kind of to cross-promote, you know what I mean? And that obviously didn't happen for various reasons. If you actually saw my video, my Voodoo's thoughts on him, which I'll actually talk about why that's no longer up in a bit, because I have taken it down, and people may have wondered why, and I'll explain it. But so I did that. That was pretty much the one thing I did that was the most geared toward getting my name out there. I did play some fan appreciation matches with DSP, but I would have done that whether I had a channel or not, you know what I mean? That wasn't really for the purpose of getting my channel out there. In fact, when I played with him, it was, you know, on my PS3, and my username was, of course, Crusader3219 on PSN, and so people wouldn't even have known who I was if they saw me on his channel. And in fact, even if it was Voodoo51292, people wouldn't know I had a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? So that really wasn't for that. And then, you know, the video I made, the Voodoo's Thoughts about DSP, that video wasn't really intended to whore out views. I didn't make that video, you know, with the intention of, you know, hey, I'll say a bunch of nice stuff about DSP in the video, have him favorited or whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Did I kind of hope that he would see it and put it on his channel? Of course I did. But, you know, as you'll know, I didn't send it to him. I said I wasn't going to, because that's just the kind of code that I have, you know, the code that I stand by. I'm not going to do that, you know, in an attempt to get views. So I actually had my, you know, friend who I met on YouTube this year, Brandon, he actually volunteered to send it. I didn't ask him to. It was like maybe a month after I made the video. You know, we just got to talking about it, and he was like, you know, well, you know, would you mind if I sent it to him? And I was like, no, I mean, I wouldn't mind if you sent it to him. You know I didn't ask, and, you know, that's fine. So let me check my time on this video. Alright, so, you know, he sent it to him, and DSP happened to favorite it, and I got a good amount of subscribers out of that. But no, I haven't really done anything to whore myself out for views, and I'm proud of that fact that I don't do that kind of stuff. I need to clear some of the hangers off my bed here. But no, given the channel, you know, I've learned a lot about games. I've learned a lot about, you know, I played enough different kinds of games now where I can kind of start to spot, you know what I mean, when developers really put a lot of time into a game. You know, when a game is good, in my opinion, when a game is bad, when a game is just like everything else we've ever seen in our lives, you know what I mean? And, you know, really, it's been pretty recent that I've been into the whole, you know, kind of gaming culture, so to speak, where, you know, I haven't, you know, before a couple of years ago, I didn't really even play games much at all, you know, so I'm obviously behind the times. When you have people like most of my friends and stuff who all had, you know, NESs and SNESs and back in the day and try to talk about them, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I mean, obviously, I know what an NES and SNES is, but I never had those as a kid. I played very few games. Even in the PS1, PS2 era, when I had those, I really didn't play, you know, a huge variety of games. So, you know, it's kind of cool for me now to be able to get into it and really find myself enjoying playing all of these games and enjoying being able to experience, you know, all these different kinds of genres of games and, you know, different experiences playing each game, and being able to actually have conversations with people about all these games, because I've actually played them. And so for me, it's been fun this year. It's been different, and, you know, it's been a good time. And I'm going to continue to do it next year. Hopefully we can find ways to improve and make it better next year, make the channel better next year. You know, first and foremost, I think it starts with you guys. It starts with the people who watch my videos, the people who, you know, I know when I put up a video or something they're going to watch. And, you know, it's time to be honest with everybody, obviously, because that's kind of what this video is geared towards, kind of just honest, candid talk. You know, no, am I kind of disappointed about the fact that my channel hasn't experienced, you know, a whole ton of success over the past year? Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I thought that, you know, you know, my channel would have more than 143 subscribers by the end of the year, especially when you got people who have been doing something, you know, close to my channel or something for less time than me and have substantially more subscribers than I do. And to be honest, I don't really know why that is, because I don't want to brag, but I think my content is pretty good. And I've watched some of the content of some of these people who have all these subscribers, and to me, it just seems like what I do and the way I do things seems to me like it would be more enjoyable. You know, obviously that's just my opinion, but, you know, I do a lot of things on the channel that I don't think a lot of people do. You know, the first and foremost is doing stuff like I'm doing right now. You know, doing videos and where I'm personal with the fans, and I try to get you guys to, you know who I am as a person, you know, and not just so much be, okay, here's a guy who plays games, and, you know, it could be a robot playing games, it doesn't really make a difference. You know, I try to kind of bring people into my world and my life a little bit and kind of show you who I am and what I do. And you know, I don't know, maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know, maybe that's not the way to go about. Maybe people don't care. Maybe people just, you know, get turned off by that. They just want to watch gameplay and that's it. But I don't know. I mean, to me, that's one of the reasons I'm such a DSP fan, as I'm folding a Dark Side Phil shirt right now, is the fact that, you know, it's almost like you feel like you're watching a friend, because, you know, he lets you into his life so much that, you know, you kind of feel a personal connection with him, and it keeps bringing you back for more, you know what I mean? Instead of just getting bored with it, oh, excuse me, you keep coming back and want to, you know, want to view his content more and more because you feel like you know him personally. So, this video's probably reached its time limit, yeah, so I'll be right back.